Hey everyone, I'm Chris at Cryptocurrent. In today's video, I'm going to be going over some concerns a lot of people in the community have had about the recent Bitcoin dip. So if you're in crypto, you know that Bitcoin has dropped 20 to 30% in the past couple of days. And I have a lot of people coming to me now asking, is this the end of the bull rally? Are we entering a bear market? Is Bitcoin dead? Etc., etc. I'm going to be addressing a lot of those concerns and also be showing you guys a fractal that I've come across on Ethereum that could, suggest that we're at the very cusp of an incredible bull run. Anyways, without further ado, let's get into it. Here, if we're just taking a look at the general market, we can see that Bitcoin's down 3%, and it has a current dominance of 68.6%, so a little bit down from the previous week. We also see that some of the larger caps like Ethereum, Litecoin, and Bitcoin Cash have also dropped a couple percent. But if we look at the general altcoin market, we can see that it's beating out the top coins and Bitcoin. And you could argue that this is because they fell harder during the Bitcoin drop, so they're going to bounce back harder. That is true. But what is also true is that altcoins are starting to slowly gain some dominance in the market. If we come back here to the total, or to the percentage of total market cap, we see that in recent days, Bitcoin has gone from a 69% total market cap down to a 67%, a 2% fall. And this 2% has gone to the altcoins. So right now, altcoins are slowly clawing their way back up in the market cap dominance. Here we can see that we went from $1 trillion, which is a huge milestone for the cryptocurrency space, down to our current $915 billion for the total market cap. And if we exclude Bitcoin, we see that drop is a little less, right? We see it's from 320 to 290. So now moving into Bitcoin. Here I have a very long-term chart, set on logarithmic as opposed to the arithmetic chart. And we can see that when Bitcoin broke its all-time highs back here in 2016, 2017, we saw that it had one big correction, right? It was a 39% correction. And then after that, it rallied, doubled, tripled in price. And again, it had a 33% correction. And it kept doing this, right? So it kept correcting pretty hard, right? 30% is a big correction, and I'm sure if you're new to crypto and you're not used to it, it can be quite frightening. But I'm just here to tell you that these corrections, these short-term dips during bull markets are to be expected, right? So we had, one over here that was a nearly 40% drop, one over here that was nearly 33% drop, one over here that was 38% drop, and again one that was 39% drop, just from local tops to local bottoms. And currently, from our local top to our local bottom, we've dropped 28%, right? So I'm not here to say that Bitcoin might fall more, but what I am here to say is that most of the damage has already been felt, and we're nearing the bottom of this dip. And we also see, I've put on this chart the amount of time that it took for Bitcoin to recover from the correction and to make new highs. And here it took 49 days, here it took 14 days, here it took 28 days. So, on the basis of a week, 1 week to 5 weeks kind of would be the average. And currently we're in this, first to second week of it. If we zoom in a little bit more, we can see that if this correction were to last 3 weeks, that on January 28th, we would be getting out of the correction and making new highs. So now I want to move on to a little more shorter term time frames and let you guys know where I'm buying some cheaper Bitcoin, right? And as I've spoken a lot about in my Telegram group, I've spoken a lot about the 20-week moving average, which is the historic line of support for Bitcoin during bull markets. And we can see this play out clearly if we zoom out here and we just put in the 21 weeks. So we multiply 7 days by 21 and we get 147, right? So if we plot this, we see that at every time Bitcoin dipped during this bull run, it was caught by the 20-week moving average, right? And it held support, and it kept doing that throughout the entire rally. And it was only once this level was broken that we entered the bear run, or the bear rally, the bear market. If we move, to the current time frame, we can see that our 20-week moving average now is sitting at, 17,000, more or less. And it moves, every week it moves up a little bit. So it wouldn't be hard to expect or to see that as time goes on, we could see this, this support band kind of move up, right? And it would get, close to Bitcoin correcting down to these lower levels. But anyways, this was just Bitcoin on the shorter time frames. And one more thing I wanted to point out, which is an indicator I use a lot. It's what I call a contrarian indicator, which just means that whatever it's flashing, indicates that the market's moving in the opposite way. So we know that in markets in general, it's the herd that gets it wrong, right? There's information for the masses and information for the classes, right? And the information for the masses is what the media is saying, right? What the headlines are saying, and all across the headlines right now we're seeing Bitcoin drop 20%, we're now in a bear market, etc., etc. If we look at, this information, which is the chart analysis, the information given to us on a chart, which is what I always go off of, we can see that here we are extremely long as a market on Bitcoin. And if you can notice that when we are extremely long, usually what tends to happen is a decline in price, right? Here again, we are extremely long over in 2019, and there was a decline. And here we are extremely short, and there was a subsequent rise. So this indicator right now to me is letting me know that, hey, everyone's a little too optimistic. And, since most people are wrong in markets, that's an indicator, or that indicates that we might be going lower. Moving next now to Ethereum. I have a fractal I've kind of spotted out. And right here I have it on the weekly time frame, logarithmic. And yeah, logarithmic as opposed to arithmetic, so that's why it might look a little different. But if we look here, back in 2017, before its huge rally from $6, $10 all the way to $1,400, we saw a drop off in price, a rise, a steady accumulation, and then a breakout. And here I have that exact same pattern overlaid along with this one over here. I just shrunk them a little bit and put them beside each other so you can see them better. And here, in 2020, we saw that we had that steep decline, that rebound, an accumulation of sorts, and now the sharp uptick in price. And we saw what happened last time. Ethereum went from, it did a 9,000% gain. I'm not saying we're going to be doing that again, but if we're in any ballpark of that percentage growth, even 1,000%, that would put Ethereum at over $10,000, which is just incredible for anyone, just new into the crypto space to make these type of gains. Anyways, this was my little update video. I just wanted to go over Bitcoin. I wanted to emphasize that these dips are normal. They happen. It doesn't mean the bull market's done. What I would tell you guys to look out for is the 20-week moving average. Keep your eyes on that, and keep your eyes on how far we've dropped from the highs, right? Anything between a 25 to 40% drop is to be expected. Anything more than that, there might be, some cause for concern. But as long as we can hold this 20-week moving average, we're in the clear, business as usual, no big deal. Anyways, thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed the content, if you learned anything, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, like the video, and I'll see you next time.